speaker is Sherry, and Sherry is going to deliver her A1 speech. And the speech project is the entertaining speech. And the title is Wow, what a great wedding. I asked the same questions for Sherry. I think about 90% of young people will face this kind of horrible things. It's just the same as Mark. When will you have the babies? And the next is, when will you move back to Tainan? But Sherry actually doesn't want to answer both of these questions. So he does a very clever decision just for the answer to Simon. Because he knows Simon is good at bush around, hitting around the bush. So let's welcome Sherry.
When the light went dim, my husband and friends, including many of you, showed up with many words written, "Marry me." He said, "Turns out you are my future. I can see the door open." I couldn't believe that this day came so early. I'm still so young and beautiful. He went down one knee, opened the ring box, and used his sexy lips to say, "Will you marry me?" I remember he once warned me that if I reject his proposal, he would disappear and marry a Russian girl. Of course, I wouldn't let him get what he wanted. I showed my ring finger and said, "Yes, I will." 1 month later, my husband brought father-in-law and matchmaker to come to my home to propose marriage. Without 10 minutes, two families already shaken hands on this marriage. My dad said, "Holding a wedding is so troublesome. I don't want to hold it at all. Let's not follow the old traditional way. Let's just keep everything simple." I was so happy to know that he had no interest in holding a wedding, and it is okay for a Tainan family not to follow old traditional way, which means I can hold my wedding in any way I like. Soon, I decided a wedding theme for my wedding, which is green wedding. I want to make my wedding as environmental friendly as possible. But talking about environmental friendly and countryside will only make people roll their eyes at you. One day, my family and I will discuss dishes with chef. I made my points clearly that I didn't want shark fin served in seafood soup. My dad sniffed at this idea and said, "Hey, people pay money to eat expensive food, not cheap material. If you want to be environmental friendly, you just ask all your friends to eat vegetarian food." I knew this was the reaction I would get. I continued to suggest that we shouldn't provide 12 dishes, it's too many. Let's just keep 10 so people could finish them without wasting food. And we shouldn't provide plastic bags initiatively. They should bring their own. My dad sniffed at this idea and said, "Hey, people pay money to eat until they are full and they want to pack food bag for tomorrow's meal, the day after tomorrow's meal, the 2 days after tomorrow's meal. There's no way they will remember to bring plastic bags. And if you don't offer plastic bag, we don't offer tableware to your friends." That was ridiculous. I was so pissed off. I yelled at them that this is my wedding. I get to decide whether to have shark fin served or offer plastic bags. My family was shocked by my determination, and they gave in after chef promised us he will replace another expensive material with shark fins, and he will make enough amounts for each dish. In addition to going green in dishes, we chose to hold an outdoor wedding, which can save electricity used on lights and air conditioning. But weather is the worst enemy to an outdoor wedding. And my dad, the week before my wedding, the weather forecast said that there will be a cold spell that day. And my dad was worried that people would get wet in rain and freezing to death. So he insisted on having a canvas covered. But I didn't want to. I told him that it would block people's view of stage, and we wanted people to have the best view of stage of our performance, which we had prepared for 3 months. My dad said, "Hey, people pay money to eat food, not to see your performance. What you did was waste your energy." I knew he wouldn't listen. I told him that my husband wasn't so happy about it either. He then agreed to let us decide before the day of our wedding. And it was warm and sunny day, but when the night got darker, the wind got stronger. We then decided to cover at least 90% of seats. My dad surprisingly respects our decision. He only whined a little bit, and he asked worker to do as we wanted. During the preparation of my wedding, my family, relatives gave me tons of suggestions, complaints, and they wanted to talk me out of my crazy ideas. But still, they fully supported me on my big day. My aunts prepared breakfast without using disposable tableware. My sister helped me store plastic bags in reception desks, so without offering to people initiatively. And many relatives came to the stage to see our performance. And what touches me the most is my dad. When I went down to the stage, I invited him to dance coincidence with me. He stood up and did that faithful dance with me. Wow, what a great wedding. Toastmaster of the evening.